Hi all, this is Igbo here again. Going to have a playthrough with some graphical mods on. This is achieved using the GeDoSaTo tool created by Durante, the guy who created the fix for Dark Souls. This is just some quick tweaking I've done a bit of research. It appears that GeDoSaTo doesn't interact with the Path of Exile client, thus making it safe in regards to the terms of use. But I am clarifying this with support, so if I get banned, that's going to suck, and fingers crossed I don't. But here's what we have. So we have SSAO, ambient occlusion, off, on, and we'll get some post-processing as well that I've got enabled. So on, off, on, off. The overall effect is very subtle. Still deciding whether I like post-processing or not. It does bring a huge performance hit really for what I'm trying to achieve. I mean, right now it's at like 30 FPS. I'm also rendering the game at 3360 by 1890, which is 1.75 times 1080 in both directions, so approximately 300% pixel overall. So 3 times the amount of pixels on the screen, which are then being down compressed into 1080p. So I'm not sure what Fraps is recording this at, whether it's recording this at 1080p or the full 3360, but I guess we'll find out when I'm done.
If you're in the place I'm going to send you. Over here, Exile.
I always wonder if I'll get another Zana inside a Zana map and get Zanaception. This area looks quite nice. I mean, if I turn off the two effects, this is what it typically looks like. SSAO on, makes it just a bit darker around the areas that should be darker. Post-processing though, nice little glow to it.
I have a certain to help you out.
Yes, I'm mucking around in a low level map. This was because I wasn't sure what videoing and having these graphical things applied would do to my FPS, and I don't really want to die that much right now. To explain how GeDoSaTo works, it basically intercepts API calls to the direct 3D DLLs or dynamic link libraries of Windows. So when the game wants to render something, it'll be coded to use the direct 3D API, which will then send a request through to the direct 3D DLL, which will then allow it to interface with the video card. This is my understanding. I could be wrong, don't hold me to this. And then what this does though is this intercepts that call in the direct 3D, and when it sends back the result for the screen, or when it sends the next step to the screen after the video card hits that API, there's actually a couple of extra things applied to those calls. So effectively this doesn't touch the video game itself, but rather it basically intercepts the direct 3D DLL and the video card. So game sends video request to the direct 3D goes to the video card. In between that, this GeDoSaTo is going, ooh, shit, I want to add some extra features to that. So that's as far as I can believe. I mean, I'm not an expert, but that's what I've gathered so far. And that will sort of explain why it wouldn't be considered something to interfere with the game client, which is what makes me theorise that it would be safe to use. Yeah. Some other interesting things about it though is whether it could be used to give someone an advantage that doesn't have a lot of money. So if you look up the benefits of playing widescreen in Path of Exile, it's very clear the advantage is given to someone that can afford a multi-monitor setup or a single widescreen monitor. By widescreen I'm talking like a 34-inch that has 21:9 aspect ratio, much like the LG and the Dell curved one currently. What that allows you to do is it actually increases the width that the game is rendering in regards to what you can see on screen. So you can see mobs, and oh shit, other things like that on the screen before a standard person could. And in some cases, if your screens are wide enough or you have enough of them set up, you can actually see things on your screen before the minimap sees them. So you can use this in an advantage that, for example, you're walking around, and off my screen somewhere is a unique mob, or say an entrance to a corrupting map. And hold on, seriously? Oh, someone's calling. One sec, guys.
I need more pockets. I need your top.
Man, this adds so much time to my video unnecessarily. Sorry about that. Taking a photo call. Time to find the boss for the map. Love Fracture. I'm going to do a couple more demonstrations of the differences. Standard path of exile, which isn't bad, don't get me wrong. SSAO, some nice darkening. Post-processing, nice glow. This is with the SSAO off and just the post-processing, which is almost a sufficient effect, but that extra shading is just superb, in my opinion. I mean, it's more really nice around the walls and the pipes and things like that, like here, because I just realised my cursor is hidden from you. Awesome. So just got a response from support. Unfortunately, as much as the information I provided them, they're unable to speculate whether or not it does breach their terms of use. Basically, they say if I suspect it does, that I shouldn't use it, but if I'm confident it doesn't, then simple as that. But what I really wanted to know was whether they allow disputes. So let's say I do get banned, can I dispute that? Oh, there's the boss. Which turns out I think I can, from the sounds of what they're saying to me. Oh shit. Oh.
I need more pockets.
Oh yeah, so basically if I do get banned, at least I can dispute it and demonstrate what their anti-ban reported, and anti-hack reported, and blah blah blah. I mean, hopefully my status as a semi-decent supporter should allow me to get a chance if it goes wrong. Fingers crossed. Might link into this video actually so they can see what it does. Normal path of exile, ambient occlusion, post-processing. No ambient occlusion, just post-processing. Normal. There are some things that I can like about just the normal, and just using the shadow increases it. I mean, you get the nice, it's almost desaturated, there's no bloom or glow or anything like that, which in some cases is actually quite nice. But other times, I do like the depth that's added via the colour. Maybe I should find a better map to demonstrate this on. I'll probably create another video, and again go through the explanation of what it does and what it doesn't do. Might do a bit more research before I have a look at that though. Anyways, let's go back to town and end this video. Oh yeah, I gotta find the boss for this map too. Oh, there he is. Silly me, I was using my alpha and off thing. You might be wondering why there's a portal missing. I didn't die, my game crashed. For the record. Linear path of exile, ambient occlusion, post-processing, without ambient occlusion, without post-processing, ambient occlusion, and post-processing, without post-processing, just ambient occlusion, if that will make sense. Just look up in the top left-hand corner, just try to follow what I'm doing. Alright, video end, thanks for watching again, blah 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 blah.